Tonight, you are exactly where you need to be. This gentle meditation is designed to help you unwind, quiet your mind, and slip into deep, restorative relaxation. As you listen, allow your body to soften, your breath to slow, and your thoughts to gently drift away so you can fully surrender to rest. Let's begin by finding a comfortable position, one that feels kind to your body and supportive to your breath, whether you are lying down beneath a soft blanket or seated with your spine gently tall. Allow your hands to rest where they naturally want to settle, perhaps over your heart or at your sides, and give yourself permission to arrive just as you are. If it feels good, allow your eyes to close or soften your gaze so the world becomes a little more quiet and tender around the edges. Before we ease into this gentle practice, I have a small, heartfelt invitation that helps us feel like a true community connected by a shared night sky. When you feel ready, please leave a friendly comment telling us where you are listening from, because your words become a lantern for someone else in the dark who is looking for company. Share your city, your country, your cozy corner, or even the color of the blanket you are wrapped in, and let your voice be part of this peaceful circle. Now take a slow breath in through the nose, as if the air itself has been warmed by a gentle sunrise just for you. Hold that breath softly at the top like a quiet pause at the crest of a wave, and then exhale through the mouth with a long, easy sigh, like a window opening to a calm evening breeze. Feel the shoulders melt a little, and notice the jaw soften as if it were untying a small knot of worry that no longer needs to be carried. Breathe in again, steady and unhurried, and allow the belly to rise like a small moon lifting over a calm ocean. Breathe out slowly and imagine the ocean smoothing itself into glass, restful and clear, welcoming the glimmer of returning stars. With each cycle of breath, let the day's edges blur, letting the noise curl away like mist that knows when to drift home. You have made time to be here, and that choice is powerful even if it feels small. It is a way of saying to your nervous system that it may loosen its grip and set down the heavy bag of thoughts beside the door for a while. The body hears this kindness and answers with quiet gratitude. and the mind learns again how to rest inside your own steady company. As your breath finds its rhythm, notice the simple architecture of comfort building itself inside you. The breath is a foundation, the heart is a warm lamp, and the bones are the beams that hold a peaceful room for you to enter. You do not have to decorate this room with anything fancy, because the emptiness is spacious in a caring way, and the quiet knows how to hold you. If any thoughts wander in, greet them like friendly travelers who are passing through a station where you are not boarding tonight. Offer them a nod and let them continue on, because you are waiting for a different train that moves slowly and arrives right on time. Your ticket is the breath. Your destination is ease, and there is no rush to arrive because the station itself is already peaceful. Bring attention to the small places that often go unnoticed during busy hours. Notice the tiny muscles around the eyes, and let them soften as if dusk were drawing a sheer curtain across the window of the day. Notice the tongue resting in the mouth, and let it unfurl from the roof gently, making more space for each breath to move in with kindness. Let the shoulders drop another gentle inch, like a coat sliding from a hook and landing where it can rest without duty. Let the fingers loosen their invisible lists and to-dos, because nothing urgent is required in this moment except your presence. Feel the spine lengthen as if a soft ribbon were being pulled from the crown of your head toward a quiet star above you. Breathe in and imagine that star sharing a small sip of light with your inhale, and let that light travel downward through the throat and chest. As you breathe out, imagine the light spreading outward in a gentle halo, whispering to your tissues that they may soften and repair. This is a conversation between breath and body that requires no words, only patience and a willingness to listen. If you feel comfortable, place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and notice the soft choreography of rise and fall beneath your palms. Let this simple contact be a promise that you are on your own side, and that your presence is a safe harbor for your own emotions. If the mind wanders, Return to this gentle duet of breath and touch, and allow it to be the clearest path back to now. You are invited to release expectations about how relaxation should look, or how quickly sleep should arrive, because ease blossoms when we stop asking it to hurry. We are practicing friendly attention rather than perfect performance, and that shift can transform the whole experience of rest. Trust that the body remembers how to unwind when conditions are kind, and you are creating those conditions with every slow breath. Let the breath deepen in a way that still feels natural and comfortable, and when you inhale, count gently to 4. Allowing the belly to expand with softness. Pause for a spacious moment at the top of the inhale, like a bird pausing on the breeze, and then exhale to a count of 6, releasing what is ready to go. Repeat this gentle pattern for a few cycles, because lengthening the exhale tells the nervous system that safety is present and tension may settle. If you would like to add a phrase to anchor your attention, you can silently say to yourself, breathing in, I arrive, when you inhale. Then when you exhale, gently say, breathing out, I am home. And notice how the words begin to shape the feeling of the body from the inside. Choose words that feel friendly and believable, because honesty is what makes the phrase a doorway to calm rather than a demand. Imagine a quiet landscape forming around you, one that matches your sense of comfort tonight. Perhaps it is a shoreline at twilight where the sky wears a deep blue shawl and small waves stitch a silver thread along the sand. Perhaps it is a lantern-lit meadow with soft grasses breathing with the wind, or a wooden porch where rain speaks gently on the roof. Wherever you land, step into that place slowly and feel how it welcomes you without question or condition. Notice the temperature of the air, the shape of the horizon, and the familiar hum of quiet life that continues whether you watch it or not. Take your time and settle, because this landscape is not going anywhere, and you can return to it as easily as you return to your breath. As you breathe here, picture a soft light arriving from the edge of your chosen horizon, traveling toward you like a gentle tide of calm. With each inhale, the light approaches, and with each exhale, it reaches your skin and seeps inward like warm tea spreading through a chilled cup. Let the light gather at the forehead, smoothing lines of concentration into lines of curiosity and ease. Allow the light to move to the temples and the small muscles around the ears, telling them that they no longer need to listen for alarms. Invite it to visit the back of the neck, untangling the threads of effort that have kept the head lifted all day long. Guide the light to the shoulders and collarbones, and imagine those bones gliding into perfect alignment with the gentlest encouragement. Let the light pool in the center of the chest like moonlight on a serene lake, and then drift down the arms, soothing biceps and elbows and wrists. Feel the palms warm as if they were holding a cup of kindness, and know that you can pass that warmth to any part of yourself that needs tenderness. Let the light visit the ribs and the diaphragm, and notice how the breath gains more space to move without pushing or effort. Encourage the light to travel into the belly and low back, releasing old bracing that grew from moments when you needed extra protection. Offer gratitude to that bracing for doing its best, and then give permission for it to soften because you are safe on this quiet shore. Allow the light to wash through the hips and pelvis, places that hold stories and steps, and ask them to rest in a posture of trust. Let the light stream down both legs like a gentle river, smoothing the knees with patience and brushing the calves with coolness. Invite it to reach the ankles and the tops of the feet, and then to drift between the toes, sweeping the day out through the soles into the soft earth below. Know that gravity is a friend who carries away what you no longer need, while the breath keeps returning with gifts of steadiness. If emotions ripple up while you rest here, treat them as weather passing across a wide sky that belongs to you. You do not have to chase the clouds or pin the sunlight in place, because the sky remains whole and beautifully yours through every change. Let the emotions move at their own speed, and let your breath quietly accompany them like a trustworthy guide on a familiar path. There may be parts of you that still feel restless, and that is perfectly understandable on a planet that asks so much of our attention. Offer those parts a seat near the warm lamp of your heart, and let them know they do not need to perform to be welcome here. The invitation is to rest, to be exactly as you are, and to remember that being human includes both softness and strength. Bring to mind someone who has shown you kindness, whether from your daily life or from memory, or even from imagination. Picture them sitting nearby in this landscape, and notice how your breath responds to their presence with a little more room. Silently thank them, because gratitude loosens the tight threads of the day and weaves them into something more comfortable to wear. Now turn that same gratitude inward toward yourself, because you have arrived and you are practicing, and that is a meaningful act of care. Whisper gently to your own heart that it has done enough for now, and that the world can keep turning while you rest. Let the words be simple and sincere, because sincerity is the softest pillow for the mind to lay down upon. If sleep is your destination tonight, you are already walking the path with each patient breath that you take. If stillness and reflection are your intentions, you are already there because the quiet has unfolded like a blanket around your shoulders. There is no right way to continue, only the way that feels kind and honest for your body and your mind in this moment. As we linger in this gentle beginning, I want to return to that small invitation that creates warmth across our community. When your hands are free and your eyes are rested, please share in the comments where you are listening from tonight, because it helps others feel less alone. Tell us about the city lights outside your window, the rainfall on your roof, or the quiet of the countryside that steadies your breath. If you are joining from a small apartment where the kettle hums, let us know so we can imagine the cozy steam drifting through your kitchen. If you are listening from a hospital break room or a night shift desk, know that your dedication is seen and appreciated, and share a word so we can send kindness your way. If you are nestled in a family home with someone you love nearby, leave a note that helps someone else feel held by your presence. Take another deep, unhurried breath and sense the body gently receptive, like pages that are ready to hold a calm story written in slow ink. As you exhale, release any pressure to get this perfectly right, because the breath is already doing the work, and the rest is simple companionship. Let the corners of your mouth soften into the suggestion of a smile that you offer to yourself without needing any special reason. If the mind jumps ahead, kindly gather it back with an image that feels soothing, perhaps a lighthouse whose beam passes regularly across the water. Imagine that each sweep of light is a reminder to return to your inhale, and that each passing shadow invites a longer exhale that grounds you deeper. The mind loves a rhythm it can trust, and you are offering it one with patient breath and gentle attention. Now scan down the body once more and notice any places where tension might still be holding on, like a guest who has not yet realized the party is over. Invite those places to take a gift bag of calm breath and make their way home, because rest has arrived and the music has softened. If they choose to linger a little longer, allow them to do so without judgment, because kindness often outlasts force. Bring to mind 3 small gratitudes that feel true tonight, and make them specific and ordinary, because ordinary details carry surprising magic. Maybe you appreciate the softness of your pillow, or the way a friend answered your message, or the taste of warm tea after a long day. Let each gratitude land gently in your chest and invite your nervous system to sip from this calm and nourishing cup. As the breath continues, imagine a gentle bell far off in the landscape, ringing slowly as if time itself were stretching into comfort. With the next inhale, hear the bell invite you inward, and with the next exhale, feel yourself stepping through another doorway of ease. This doorway needs no key because your presence is the only requirement, and you have already arrived. If you notice a thought that feels sticky, wrap it in a soft ribbon of breath and place it on a shelf that you can revisit tomorrow with fresh eyes. Trust that tomorrow you will have more clarity, and that tonight your only task is to rest in the quiet glow of being. The shelf will hold the thought safely, and the breath will hold you. Take one more intentional inhale that fills the lungs like a gentle tide reaching the shore, and let a longer exhale smooth the sand behind it. Tell your body that it may shift into even more comfort, adjusting blankets or pillows or posture in any way that brings ease. Feel how small movements can create large relief, and thank your intuition for guiding you toward a softer place. If your eyes are closed, let them remain softly closed, and trust the darkness to carry a quiet kind of beauty that does not demand attention. If your gaze is lowered, let the world blur into friendly shapes that do not need to be named or solved right now. Allow your breathing to settle into whatever rhythm feels most natural, and give yourself credit for cultivating this moment of rest. We will carry this gentle beginning forward, whether into deep sleep or into peaceful reflection, and we will do so with patience and compassion. Remember that you are not alone in this practice, because others are breathing with you from cities and villages and quiet rooms across the world. Your comment about where you are listening from will help weave this community quilt, so add your square when you are ready and feel supported by ours. For now, keep drifting on the current of your exhale, and let the body continue to release what can be released without force. Keep trusting the breath to be both simple and profound, and keep allowing your heart to receive this quiet as a valuable gift. You have done enough for today, and you are enough exactly as you are, resting in this safe and gentle place. When you are ready, you may continue sinking into deeper stillness, or you may allow the next chapter of your practice to unfold softly. If you choose sleep, imagine a soft door opening into a starlit room where dreams speak in a language made of kindness and slow light. If you choose reflection, imagine sitting beside a steady candle whose flame listens without judgment and warms your hands. You have arrived at this moment with patience, and the night is grateful for your company, as if the stars themselves have been waiting to dim their bright chatter and listen to your breathing. Allow your inhale to be a small tide rolling in, and let your exhale be the tide rolling out, smoothing the shoreline of your thoughts with each gentle sweep. Feel how the shoulders sink by a tiny, lovely degree, and notice how the jaw unclenches as if it remembered a secret door to peace. You can rest right here without needing to earn one more thing, because rest is not a reward, and it is simply a place where you belong. A calm path appears in your imagination, softly lit by lanterns that do not rush and do not flicker with worry. You step onto this path with unhurried confidence, like a traveler who is finally walking a road that knows their name, and the ground beneath you is warm with welcome. Every lantern brightens as you pass, then lowers to a hush, and the rhythm becomes a lullaby made of light and time. As you continue, a gentle breeze carries the scent of late evening blossoms, something like lavender mixed with a memory you love but do not need to chase. The air feels patient and kind, and it gives you permission to stop holding the day so tightly, because nothing important will fall if your hands let go. Your breath accepts this permission first, then the muscles follow, and finally the thoughts agree to ride the quiet rather than resist it. A wooden bridge arrives, arcing over a slow stream that mirrors the moon in soft ripples shaped by your exhale. You pause at the crest of the bridge and feel the support beneath your feet, a reminder that gentle structures can hold a great deal of tenderness. You do not need to hurry, and you may watch the water for as long as you like, because the stream has promised to keep flowing while you rest. On the far side of the bridge, a meadow unfurls like a quiet promise kept, and the grasses lean with the breeze in a peaceful conversation. You find a path of soft moss that cushions every step, and with each footfall the body interprets the softness as a message that the world can be friendly. There is room here for you to be whole, and there is room here for your breath to be easy. A small cottage appears at the edge of the meadow, its windows glowing with a light that knows your heart, and the door is already open and welcome. You cross the threshold and meet a hush that is not empty, since it is full of quiet attention waiting to care for your tired edges. In the corner, a kettle hums like a gentle companion, and the room smells faintly of calm tea and clean night air. You sit in a chair that understands posture without demanding perfection, and you feel the spine lengthen in a kind and natural way. Hands rest over your belly or your heart, whichever calls first. And the breath greets your palms with a small rise and fall that feels like a friendly wave. The mind looks around and realizes there is nothing here to solve, so it releases its clipboard of tasks and lets the pages drift to the floor like harmless leaves. The room holds a low shelf with 3 small stones, smooth and cool, each with a word etched so lightly it may as well be a feeling. The first stone says soften, and when you read it, your forehead learns how to relax the way a sky learns to quiet after a passing storm. The second stone says settle, and your breath follows the cue, landing like a bird who has found an unshaken branch. The third stone says receive, and your heart answers by brightening a little, not with effort, but with willingness. You choose 1 stone to place in your pocket for the night, knowing it will be there if the mind wanders, and that you can touch it gently to remember what you wanted to feel. The kettle whispers that it has finished its small work, and you pour a cup of warmth that fogs the air in a thin halo of comfort. You hold the cup near your chest, and even if you only imagine a sip, the warmth winds through your ribs and reassures your nervous system. Beyond the window, fireflies begin their soft semaphore, blinking messages of uncomplicated hope, and you read them in your own language. One light says you have done enough for today, and another light says you will know what to do tomorrow, and the entire meadow seems to echo these truths. You do not need to memorize them, because they are written already in the body's deeper memory, where calm is stored. You set the cup down and ease onto a nearby daybed, where a woven throw waits with the exact weight that makes the body feel protected but free. As the fabric settles, the outline of your day softens like chalk beneath a kind rain, and the details that once pressed forward step kindly back. In their place comes an uncomplicated feeling that you are safe, and that the next breath will arrive on time, again and again. If a thought arrives that wants attention, you greet it gently and place it on a little cloud above the cottage, where it can float without burden. You notice the thought does not resist, because it trusts you to return when the sun is up and your clarity is fresh. You return to the slow tempo of the breath and to the comfort that rises when nothing is being chased. A clock somewhere in the cottage marks time not with ticks but with soft waves of hush, and the intervals grow wider as your exhale lengthens. You inhale for the count of 4 with the smallest smile, and you exhale for the count of 6 with a sense of release that travels from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. After a few cycles, the body chooses an even, gentler rhythm, and you follow it like a trusted guide along a familiar path. The roof listens to a touch of midnight rain, a hush of silvery notes spaced far apart, and each note lands like a tiny affirming nod. You realize the world is doing its slow work while you rest, and this realization eases the final threads of vigilance that were still holding on. Your breath deepens, your chest widens with a soft invitation, and the body answers with gratitude that feels quiet and real. In this simple sanctuary, you remember a moment of kindness from today, even a small one, and you let it replay without analysis. The kindness glows in your memory, and you let it be enough, without comparison and without a story that needs editing. You say thank you silently to that moment and also to yourself for noticing it now. The lantern light begins to dim in a thoughtful way, like a friend lowering their voice because your eyelids have grown pleasantly heavy. You stretch your toes beneath the blanket and find just the right position where every muscle says yes to rest without rehearsing. Breathing remains easy, shoulders remain quiet, and the mind drifts like a leaf on a lake that understands stillness. Before you drift further, you whisper to yourself that you are safe to release the day and safe to receive the night, and both statements feel true. You tell your heart that it has a trustworthy companion in your breath, and that together they will lead you into comfort. You tell your body that it may dream only gentle dreams, and that any door that does not serve ease can stay softly closed. The cottage becomes a tender darkness, shaped by the outline of the window and the hush of rain, and your breathing becomes the most important sound. Each inhale is a quiet arrival, and each exhale is a quiet homecoming, and the space between them is a moment where time stretches kindly. Sleep moves closer with the patience of a friend who does not need to knock, because the door has always been open. You are doing wonderful still, and the night agrees and the stars agree, and even the small clock of hush agrees with a smile you can almost hear. Let this acceptance be the final ingredient, because the recipe for rest is simple when you trust softness. Continue floating on your breath and allow the next moments to blur into the sweetest quiet, where your body is cared for and your mind is free. Now let's fly across the sleepy night sky. Let your breath lift you gently, like wings made from soft sighs and quiet dreams. Each inhale gathers a breeze beneath you, and each exhale carries you higher into the vastness above. You are not rushing, not soaring with speed, but gliding in slow, patient circles, as if the stars are offering you their rhythm to follow. Below you, the world is dim and resting, wrapped in silver clouds and the hush of late-night lullabies. The trees stretch like sleepy silhouettes, and rooftops glow faintly from windows where the last lamps flicker out. With every breath, your body feels lighter, like you are wrapped in moonlight that understands how to hold without gripping. You float above the forests, over fields that breathe mist, and over winding rivers that reflect the stars like old friends sharing quiet stories. There is nothing to chase here, and no destination calling, only the simple joy of drifting without effort. Let your arms rest gently at your sides or over your belly as if they too are flying, not to do, but to be. Feel how the air around you carries peace like a fragrance, blending notes of cool night and the distant memory of dreams yet to come. Every part of you begins to understand that you are being guided, and that the path is safe, steady and soft. A gentle breeze brushes past your cheeks, cool and refreshing, like the night giving you a kiss of reassurance. It whispers things like, "You're allowed to rest now," and "You've done enough for today." You don't need to answer. The breath is your reply. Far below, you notice a sleepy village tucked between hills, with lanterns glowing in windows and chimneys exhaling quiet curls of smoke. You imagine the people inside bundled in their blankets, their dreams unfolding like petals in the dark. You send a quiet wish over the rooftops, a wish for peace, for them and for you. As you float above this gentle world, you begin to notice the stars in greater detail. They're not just scattered, they're arranged like notes in a lullaby, a melody for the night to hum while you rest. Some shimmer with soft gold, others with pale blue, and all of them seem to recognize you, like a sky full of old companions. One star in particular seems to pulse a little brighter as you pass. You pause in the air, not by force, but by quiet intention, and you hover near it. The star hums a tone so soothing, it vibrates through your whole body, aligning your breath and heartbeat with something ancient and kind. You let the sound wash over you, through you, and around you. It gathers the tired corners of your thoughts and rocks them to sleep. Even the muscles you forgot to relax begin to release as the sound holds them like a lullaby meant just for you. Drifting again, you now fly above a quiet lake that mirrors the entire sky. It looks like a second universe below you, one where dreams go when they're ready to bloom. You breathe deeply, letting the lake's calm become your own, still and wide and beautifully undisturbed. As you hover above this dream lake, tiny lights begin to rise from its surface. At first, just one or two, but then dozens. Firefly-like flickers of warmth and memory. Each light is a kindness you've given, a moment of rest you've deserved, or a wish you didn't say aloud. You drift through them slowly, letting each one pass near your heart. One flicker reminds you of someone who once made you laugh when you needed it. Another holds the feeling of clean sheets and a quiet morning. The lights don't speak in words, but your body understands everyone. They whisper safety, they hum peace, they offer permission. You accept it all, like a gift wrapped in stillness. From above, a soft cloud lowers itself to meet you. It is the color of lavender and moonstone, and when you rest atop it, it molds gently to your shape. There is no need to fly anymore. The cloud knows where to carry you next. As you lie there, the stars continue their slow rotation. The world below keeps sleeping, and your breath becomes quieter still. You may even notice the edges of your body softening, as if you are becoming part of the night itself. You are both weightless and grounded, held by something invisible and completely safe. If a thought floats into view, let it pass by like another small star. You can watch it, nod at it, then let it go. The space you are in doesn't need solving. It just needs your breath and your trust. The cloud carries you slowly across the final stretch of sky, where the horizon is tinged with the faintest silver. That light does not mean hurry, it means hope. But for now, there's still time to drift, still time to rest. As the cloud glides, you begin to feel that your body is heavier in the best way, melting into comfort, sinking into sleep. Your fingers relax, your toes forget tension, your mind finds silence and decides to stay a while. This moment is enough. You do not need to prepare for anything. You do not need to plan or remember. All that is asked of you now is rest. So let the breath slow naturally, like a feather settling after a long, quiet flight. Let the night sky hold you. Let the stars hum you to sleep. Let the cloud carry you until you dissolve into dreams. And know above all else that you are safe, you are loved, and you are free to rest now. As this meditation ends, you're welcome to stay here for a bit longer. If you'd like an even deeper sleep, see this video here.